matchup tonight. We'll see the Golden State Warriors going up against the Houston Rockets. Joined by Grant Hill and Tim Legler, this is Brian Anderson. And we'll have Ali LaForce reporting for us. So the Houston starting five. Inside, Smith and Şengün. Thompson is the off guard with KD at small forward. And it's Shepherd in at the 1. Here's Shepherd. 6 to shoot. Inside. A shot from the mid-range. Another shot. And the layup is up and in.
And not only can he burn you from deep, Shepherd is also skilled inside. Just great work there.
Outside, Green. Back to Curry. The 3 is up. On target from range. Grant, these are two teams with some of the highest assist rates in the league.
Yeah, B.A. And it really goes to show the unselfish attitude they both have. Not to mention how many skilled passers are on both rosters.
Here's Melton. Pass to Curry. He shoots. It's hauled in by Houston. They defeated Utah in their last game.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
Yeah, and that made it difficult to stay connected to their shooting.
Here's Shepherd. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Utah.
On the catch and shoot, Durant is so effective. You have to run him off his shot.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Ali LaForce.
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I wanted to know what he had in store for Kevin Durant. He said, we have some plans, Coach said with a smile, but mostly it's about effort. We have to outwork him at all times. If we give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. So Coach is asking for his guys to go all out and try to slow KD down tonight. Back to you.
And Ali, thanks. And defense has been the strength of the Warriors. So what do they need offensively, Tim?
Well, B.A., they need more consistent scoring outside of Steph Curry. Jimmy Butler certainly has helped, but to win at the highest level, it requires more than one three-level scorer.
Porzingis misses. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Thompson passes to Şengün. And Şengün throw it down!
Yeah, great finish by Şengün. I love when he goes up with power.
Outside, Green. Curry, a screen on Smith. Pass to Porzingis. Shoots over Şengün. Porzingis can't get that one to fall. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. It's a three-point game. Thompson. Sweet little floater.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Outside, Green. Outside Curry, fires the 3, knocks it down from distance. Curry's got his second bucket of the night.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now here's Şengün. He's coming off a 19-point game against Utah. Out to Thompson. Şengün, a screen on Melton. Durant for 3. Porzingis grabs the board. Golden State has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Here's Curry. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Not afraid to mix it up inside. Curry is a crafty finisher.
Up top, Durant. It's a tie game in the Bay Area. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. Good to have you with us on this Easter Sunday. We're ready for more of the NBA on 2K Sports. And what do you guys think about the Warriors here in this one?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
When you spread the floor and force defenses to close out to the three-point line, it's going to create driving lanes.
So the Rockets 5 now. We've got Alperen Şengün. Jeff Green out there with Josh Okogie. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Davison in at the point guard. And that one drops, so now they lead by 1. Finney Smith checked in for Davison. Second free throw, no good. And you watch Alperen Sengun. He's a beast on the blocks, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., he throws his weight around, but what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways to score.
From the top of the key, Okogie's shot is off. Golden State with the ball. They traveled to Houston last time they faced the Rockets, came away with a win.
Yeah, last time out, they barely captured a win against this team, and it came down to some key turnovers.
Well, plenty of give and take so far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The Warriors have come a long way during the Curry era. Draymond Green said, quote, "We built this thing up from the laughingstock of the NBA. I take a great deal of pride in that. I think about this organization like it's mine. If the Warriors win the championship 10 years from now, that's our championship, period." Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Allie. And so it's Houston with it. The Warriors getting their last shot to go. Nice shot by Okogie.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Yeah, it's been a close matchup, which we expected, and this could very well come down to some big shots at the end.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. For the Rockets, Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Finney Smith. And it's Thompson in for Okogie. And, Legs, you think back to a few decades ago, we had some fierce rivalries in this league. What constitutes a rivalry nowadays?
Well, B.A., it's much more difficult to find those long-term heated rivalries like years past, and that's primarily because of the parity and player movement that we have in the league now.
Curry. And Post gets it to go. Post has gotten his first basket of the night.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Now Sengun. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And here's Curry for 3. It's not going to go for him. The Rockets have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Tim, does it seem to you that Stephen Curry gets better when the buzzer is approaching?
Well, if that's true of anyone, it's Steph, B.A., a former clutch player of the year. He's very comfortable with the outcome in his hands.
And you know, for a near 7-footer, Durant has a very compact release. Just one reason he's so consistent.
Here's Santos. He's coming off a 25-point game against Cleveland.
Yeah, another miss from downtown this quarter after being hot in the first.
For 3, Durant. KD splashes the triple.
I mean, what a generational talent. KD, deadly from the corner.
Pass to Santos. Outside Payton. To the middle. And the basket by Curry. 10 points for Stephen Curry.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Porzingis comes in for Post. And it's Draymond Green in for Payton. And then for Houston, Capella, he's checked in for Şengün. Smith comes in for Green. And it's Shepherd in for Eason. Three minutes of action thus far in the second. On the wing, Durant. He had 25 points in the win against Utah.
And he was outstanding getting to the line and converting.
Ooh, had a nice open look right there. Shepherd's got 5 now.
Well, Shepherd can really spin it from distance, and he doesn't need a lot of room to launch it.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always adjustments you can make.
Yeah, I just don't think right now they're doing a good enough job of hunting the right mismatches.
Let's keep it going for your Warriors dancers.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Pass to Green. Outside Curry. Oh, Curry, just nasty from downtown.
Picking up right where he left off. Hit 2 triples in the first quarter. Now he gets another to fall.
Thompson with a screen. Here's Durant. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Here's Melton. Thompson with a steal. Just 3 on the clock. And that's 2 points on the layup. Thompson's got his second basket. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Rockets on top. They're up by 5. And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
Here with Coach Steve Kerr, your defense struggling to contain them in the first half. How do you remedy it?
We got to get back in transition. We got to make them feel us. You know, they're just running anything they want. We've got to at least disrupt the stuff they're trying to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
And with one half in the books, let's take a glance at some of the other games in progress around the NBA. It's the Phoenix Suns. Second half of play, still anybody's game.
This game could really go either way, and I don't have a prediction, honey.
Well, that's great. That's what we pay you for. And now taking a look at that first half action, it was a less than ideal start for the Golden State Warriors.
They're getting bullied on the defensive end, but they're still standing. That says something.
Yeah, giving up so many easy buckets. How are they going to still win this game?
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
After a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
And this offense continues to find him in his sweet spots from deep.
Well, Legs, when we talk about current players, who are the guys you want taking the shot with the game on the line right now?
Well, certainly the tried and true like Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant. You can't go wrong there. Or a multi-time MVP in Nikola Jokic.
We've got DeAnthony Melton, Kristaps Porzingis out there with Green. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Santos in at the 3. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half. Now here's Thompson. His numbers are solid, putting up around 18 points a game.
Just the endless length of Durant, helping him right there inside.
Here's Curry. It's a 5-point game. The deep 3. Oh, Curry stretching the limits. Wow, what a shot. Houston has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Back to Thompson. Pass to Shepherd. Durant for 3. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
No doubt. Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special, Grant.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. Now, this is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
And that one's good. Thompson.
What you love about KD is the way he thinks the game. Intelligent and experienced. You can count on him to always make the right play.
Now here's Porzingis. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. Curry from deep, Melton. Durant pulls it in.
Their first miss after hitting 3 straight shots, but I like their aggressiveness coming out of the half.
2 minutes.
1:56 left in the third quarter. Yep, that one goes. And now a 3-point Rocket lead.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Outside, Green. Back to Curry from downtown. It's rebounded by Şengün.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Durant powers through the contact to finish inside.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
And the other team is running all over them right now.
Yeah, no choice there but to burn a timeout. You've got to talk it over, regroup, and hope your opponent cools off a little bit.
Payton's checked in for Green, and it's Brandon Podziemski in for Curry. And then for Houston, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Green comes in for Smith, and Eason subbed in for Shepherd. And the Warriors with possession here, trailing by 5. Melton outside. Launches it. Payton passes to Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. Stolen by Capella. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. And it's Thompson that time on the assist from Eason. Now it's a 7-point Rocket lead.
Well, they're winning this game in large part due to how efficient he's been, and it's why they'll continue to go to him.
Porzingis with a screen on Eason. Will it go? And again, no good by Golden State. The Rockets lead by 7. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From 6 feet away, the Warriors pull it in. And after this one, they're at home against Sacramento. And they're deep into this homestand. That'll be game 4 out of 5. Outside Podziemski. Melton with a screen on Green. Here's Podziemski. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Houston closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Great shot selection right now. Keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. Back to the game after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, the pass was so effective. Great job moving the ball with purpose.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Josh Okogie is out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Jeff Green. Then there's Alperen Sengun. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. Pass to Sengun. From deep. Hits a three-pointer.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
He's marked by Finney Smith. Outside Curry. Here's Payton. Jacks up a 3. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got 5 assists in the game.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
And Sengun gets it to go.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Here's Curry. Puts up the tray. Cash from downtown.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Smith, he's checked in for Green. Kevin Durant comes in for Finney Smith. Thompson, he's checked in for Okogie. And it's Shepard in for Eason. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Sengun. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
Yeah, textbook work by Şengün, setting a solid screen and then getting open.
Curry. No.
It's not about height, it's about heart. That board was all effort.
Now Smith. Şengün in the post. He's covered by Curry. It's good from beyond the arc. Tim, you graduated with an MBA from an elite business school. How has that impacted how you look at the NBA?
Well, it certainly gives you a look at how the business side of things are impacted in the NBA and a real grasp of the numbers. And man, oh man, are those numbers big at this level.
And so Thompson will bring it up for the Rockets. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game.
Yeah, and one of the most skilled players we've ever seen. Durant just continues to dominate offensively.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Minute 37 left to play in the fourth. Stephen Curry! Oh, the offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Here's Smith. Now Durant takes a three. Oh, Green rips down the board. Beyond the arc. Şengün pulls it down. Houston leading by 13.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Rockets.
You can score without sharing the ball, but it can be a whole lot easier when guys are assisting one another.
Yeah, they were very patient. They were also unselfish, and ultimately, that's why they were so efficient.
And when we look at their record, this game pushes them to 49 wins.
And big-time bragging rights won today, just grabbing that season series.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Kevin Durant.
Well, it's a great night for him, and his impact goes beyond the box score. The relentless energy he plays with fuels his team.
Here's Porzingis. Shot from 12. And so Houston takes this one by a big margin. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
All right, to Allie LaForce with our player of the game.
Katie, you were able to clamp down defensively as the game wore on. What was the key there?
Well, we stayed patient. We contested shots. They hit some tough ones early on. And I think in the pick and roll, we made a solid adjustment. And we turned that around. Coach made a great adjustment, and we was able to get rebounds and go.
The patience was so important. It paid off. Thanks, Katie.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Kevin Durant.